D-Lo 404 Boxing. All right, y'all, we know we're days out from Danny Swift Garcia facing Errol the True Spence for the 147-pound WBC and IBF titles. This fight was something that was supposed to take place early in the year prior to Errol Spence Jr. having his accident, but got pushed back. Basically got re-signed or got signed and got pushed back to September, and then I think it was September, and then got pushed back to November. But I'm glad it's almost here. I'm eagerly anticipating the return of Errol Spence Jr. He looks great in training. He looks like he hasn't missed a beat. Looks like he's more hungry and determined. Looks like a guy that has a chip on his shoulder and has something to prove. As for Danny Garcia, Danny Garcia is one of those fighters who embraces the underdog role. We've seen this before, and we've seen this guy come out and give it his all. At 147 pounds, he fell short against Porter and against Thurman. But that said, this guy really, goes out and gives it his all. At 140 pounds, I remember seeing him sitting ringside at the Matisse-Peterson fight, wanting the winner of that fight. And when Matisse knocked out Peterson, stopped Peterson in emphatic fashion, the camera panned to Danny Garcia, and he jumped up. He basically was saying, yeah, bring it on. He's flashing, showboating for the camera, saying he wants that fight. And, I'll be honest, up until that point, I was eagerly anticipating him fighting Matisse at some point, even if Matisse had lost to Peterson. But after the way Matisse beat Peterson, I was kind of starting to lean toward him beating Danny Garcia as well. I didn't feel as confident about Danny Garcia beating him as I had in the past. But then when they fought, Danny Garcia neutralized everything that Matisse done well and pretty much dominated him. This isn't 140 pounds. Errol Spence Jr. isn't Lucas Matisse. But at the end of the day, he's a fighter on the opposite side of the ring. Danny Garcia is one of those guys who definitely thinks that he belongs in the ring with anybody and believes that he can beat anybody once they make the fight. I know there was some him-hawing around about fighting Errol Spence Jr. years ago. But, the time is here, the time is now. The guy signed on the dotted line. The fight's right around the corner. And I expect it to be a great fight. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make my pick. I'm picking Errol Spence Jr. by split decision. I think Danny Garcia may make this fight close enough to where one of the judges will find generosity to give him either a draw or to let him edge the fight out 115, 113. So I'm leaning toward a judge favoring Danny Garcia on one of the cards. It very well may not play out that way. That's just a hunch I have. But at the end of the day, I think Errol Spence Jr. will win the fight by decision. I don't see him stopping Danny Garcia. Nothing against Errol Spence Jr. I just don't see Danny Garcia being stopped at this point in his career. D-Lo 404 Boxing. That's all I got to say on the subject. I'm out. Peace.